we go out and try to do our jobs every single night to the best of our ability. If there's something we miss, don't see, and that camera catches it, awesome. We'll take it to court, and that helps us. That helps the public.
Right.
So I have no concern.
What's up, guys? So Ken Counts here, out in the city of Apache Junction. Looking for some officers here. How you doing?
I've seen you a couple times tonight. You mind if I talk to you, or do you not want to talk to me?
It's up to you, man. What are you talking to me for?
Well, first off, you're not being detained. I don't suspect you of any criminal activity. I've just seen you at a couple of our calls tonight.
Okay, is that a problem?
No, not a problem. I just wanted to say hey and introduce myself.
Okay, who are you?
It's not, I'm sorry?
Who are you?
Officer Hooper, badge 359, Apache Junction Police Department.
Nice to meet you, Officer Hooper.
Good to meet you. You don't have to talk to me. You're not committing any crimes, all that stuff. But again, I don't often go through a shift and see the same guy at multiple different places all around the city.
Right.
Filming on the street corner. So I just wanted to let you know you're not doing anything wrong. Want to say hi. If you need anything, let us know.
Okay.
And I wanted to see if you wouldn't mind talking to me.
Yeah, I don't mind talking to you.
Say again?
I don't mind talking to you.
Cool. Can I get your first name?
No, I won't give you my name.
Oh, that's fine. So, what should I call you?
You can call me anything you want.
Well, I prefer to call you a name that you've been given, but I will call you sir, I guess. Do you live here in the city?
In Apache Junction?
Yeah.
No.
Somewhere in the area? You're from Arizona?
I do live in Arizona, yeah.
Listen, man, I'm not trying to obtain information because you're not being detained, and I don't suspect any criminal activity. You've just piqued my interest, and I wanted to say hey and see how you're doing.
I'm doing well.
Sorry, say again?
I'm doing well.
Okay. 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 You seem either afraid of me or standoffish, or you seem timid, like you don't want to talk to me. Is that what
I don't mind talking to you, but I'm not going to give you any information.
That's fine. I'm like I said, I don't have anything to investigate, so I don't have. Sexual contact. Like I said, I don't have anything to question you about or ask you about, so just wanted to. Would you mind telling me the purpose of what you're doing? You don't have to.
Just filming you guys, that's all.
No, I'm good. Just filming us for entertainment purposes or just educational purposes?
Correct.
Educational purposes, cool. Are you in law enforcement or looking to get into law enforcement?
No.
No interest in that?
No way.
Is this your full-time job?
This isn't a job.
What?
This isn't a job.
Oh, okay. So it's just your,
3 Robert 1, are you good for?
your hobby?
Yeah.
Cool. You got any questions for me, man? I'm having to... This doesn't seem like it's an enjoyable conversation for either of us, so...
Right.
Like, you seem like you don't want to talk to me, and you're not asking me anything, so I'll leave if that's what you prefer, but...
Whatever, man. You're giving me footage.
Yeah, cool. Is there a certain network this goes to, or is there a certain... Is this going on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know.
Or is it for your personal archives?
I'm just here to make sure everybody stays safe, man.
Oh, yeah. And that's actually my job, funny enough. Make sure that our community stays safe.
Yeah, I usually don't come out to Apache Junction, but I heard you guys' call over there with the motorcycle accident.
Oh, with the collision?
Yeah.
So that's where I saw you. I was directing traffic, and I could see clearly that everybody that I was trying to get at the intersection to direct through the intersection was not watching me, And then I noticed you right there on the corner next to him, and I'm like,
They're
oh, they
watching
must be
me.
watching the guy with the camera.
Right.
That's why they're distracted and just totally ignoring the cop with the flashlight and the big chartreuse vest. And so then I saw you again at another call, and I saw you now. So I was like, oh, well, there's nothing going on. I might as well talk to this guy. Again, my name's Josh. We don't have to shake, obviously, the things going on, but can I at least get a first name? Hey, that's Tony right there. Tony's good. He's just filming.
You could call me concerned citizen. That's all.
Alrighty, perfect. If you need anything from us, don't hesitate to call. Again, we're here to make sure that the community stays safe as well. So we appreciate what you do.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys as well.
Thanks, man.
All right, Josh.
You're not familiar with the area, so.
Oh no, I know this area very well.
Oh, gotcha. You made it sound like you didn't, and you're usually somewhere else.
I am somewhere else, but I know this area.
Another city.
I know all of Arizona. I've been here 40-something years now.
Cool. Well, this is this specific area. You might know that you're on Tomahawk and 60, but this specific area here, we tend to have a moderately high call volume in this area.
Yeah.
So you may see, it wouldn't be surprising to me if you stay here any longer, if you see a bunch of like transient homeless types just kind of wandering through. So don't let that alarm you. That's common. My point is that's a common thing for this area.
Yeah, it's kind of Tweakerville, isn't it?
Well, are you talking about all of Apache Junction or just
No,
right
I'm
here?
talking about this area here, Tomahawk, and up to the Royal Palm area to our west.
Yeah, this area we have like a lot of. We do have a pretty decent. Like that's why I was actually over here. We have a lot of regular drug activity, specifically behind the Circle K for whatever reason. So this guy was like camping out in his car. It's actually the second time we've contacted him.
Yeah.
And he's just choosing to sit in his car behind the Circle K. He lives like right here. Couldn't give me a reason why. Anyway, he's not a patron of the business, so a lot of times in Apache Junction we deal with people that are behind businesses.
Now let me ask you: is this road right here? What is this road?
This is, they don't have a sign up yet, but I don't know if they're going to give it a street name. To my knowledge, right now it's just a private drive. It's going to this new, I think it's either a KOA, like a
Camp out place.
Yeah, like a, because out here we've got our winter visitors that come through and they're campers and they're.
So in the future, you say that there's a lot of activity behind this. Am I able to use this road to film you guys? Is it private property?
I believe, yeah. So that's your question. I don't believe it's going to be a street. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but I believe this all is private property.
Okay.
So as long as you have permission to be on whomever's property this is, shouldn't be an issue.
Well, they would have to trespass me, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, but typically, and like I was saying, oftentimes we get called out here. We don't even locate it on our own and make like a proactive contact with people. We'll just get called and be like, hey, there's like 4 homeless people doing weird stuff behind our business. Can you guys go make them leave and do that kind of thing? That goes for most of our businesses here in town. It seems to happen pretty
Yeah,
well.
you guys seem kind of slow. I've been in here since, I don't know, a couple hours now. Not getting too many calls. I was actually on my way to somewhere else, but I heard that call. I was like literally 3 minutes away from that one, so.
Oh, the collision over there with the bike? Yeah. This time last week we were popping.
Yeah.
Like, it's just day to
Hit
day.
and miss.
What's that?
Hit and miss.
Yeah, kind of like everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, it's just, then there will be days where it's every day nonstop.
Who's the chief of police out here in Apache Junction now?
It's Chief Kelly.
Chief Kelly?
Yeah. Yep, Chief Kelly. I'm not sure how long he's been our chief. I've only been with the department for about 3.5 years, so.
Okay.
Came from another state, working out there and lateral here. But
Where'd you come from?
New Mexico,
Okay. Whereabouts?
Lee County.
I don't know it.
So it's about an hour from Lubbock, Texas. You go to like El Paso, and then you cut up towards Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Okay.
And it's about an hour east of Carlsbad, New Mexico. I spent a lot of time out there. Well, I was out there for 3.5 years. Was in Santa Fe. Spent time in Santa Fe, Albuquerque.
So you've been living here locally 3 years?
I don't live in Apache Junction, but I'm from Phoenix. I'm originally from Phoenix,
okay.
Arizona, West Valley. This is just the first place that hired me when I was looking to come back. Kind of worked out. It's a good department.
Yeah. How long have you been an officer for total?
Almost 7 years, 6.5 years.
That's good.
Not too long. Still learn a lot. It's a profession. I don't know how much of this you watch, or clearly you're interested in law enforcement in some capacity. It's one of those professions, man. You never see the same thing twice. It's always it's different every day, for sure.
I could never be an officer.
No?
No.
Just based on what?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't want to deal with scum of the earth all the time. You know what I mean? At least that's what I hear you guys are constantly dealing with.
You know, and it's one of those things. I wouldn't call them
Scum of the earth.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them that. Wouldn't call them that. It's just people. We're paid professional problem solvers.
Yeah.
That's all we are. Probably so. You got to figure you deal with a lot of things that people sometimes don't even know that we deal with that. You know, when somebody dies, who handles that? We usually go on. Whether it's a murder, or it's vehicle related, or it's just an unintended, somebody died in their sleep, we get called.
Yeah. How's that guy doing that hit the motorcycle? They transported him, obviously.
Yeah. When I saw him, he was conscious, breathing, and looked like he was going to be okay.
Looked like a new bike.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new
tag
this
still,
this
huh?
year Harley. Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
My dispatcher said over the radio, she's like, "Oh man, 2020 Harley. That's."
Yeah, I heard her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those professions though. You just gotta be patient.
Sure.
Get your patience tested most days, but because we're all human. We all have emotions and react to things differently.
Right.
But that's why I like it. It's challenging. Every day it's challenging. Dealing with different situations, different types of people. You meet lots of different people. So I like that about it. But you never know, man. Have you done a ride-along? Have you actually jumped in a car and gone to calls? Never seen that? Like that side of it? No,
yeah, I mean, I'm not out here to give you guys a hard time. Like I said, I'm just out here to keep everybody safe, man. And I think sometimes when there's a camera pointed at an officer, that kind of de-escalates things a bit. You know what I mean?
You think the purpose? I got you. So you think it kind of like if we know there's a camera on us,
you behave a little better.
We'll behave better. I see.
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily you guys. This is the first time I ever dealt with the Apache Junction Police Department, but I'll tell you what, there's tyrant animals in Phoenix.
Oh, as far as the officers go?
Yeah. I mean, not only that, but in Mesa as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've literally been flipped off by a Phoenix police officer on camera. Really? Yeah. For doing nothing more than what I'm doing right here, right now.
Yeah, that's pretty unprofessional. But I'm not going to speak for. I'll tell you that I wouldn't do that.
Right.
I hope that I wouldn't do that because it's just unprofessional. We're expected to maintain a certain level of professionalism.
Standards, yeah.
The standard, and I've been called everything that you've ever heard.
Sure.
And I'm sure all officers everywhere at some point in their career deal with pretty much the same types of things. It just varies from department to department, on call volume. But at some point, we lose our patience, and we're, like I was saying, we're all human. We have emotions, and I had a call the other day. Girl screaming, spitting in my face, calling me a pig, and she hopes I die. She's wishing that I would die. She's never met me. She kicked one of our officers. She's acting like she's drunk, She's drunk, very, very, very drunk. Clear
Yeah.
signs and symptoms of intoxication, and she's wishing that this person. I just put her in handcuffs and took her to a car. She's trying to get away, and she wasn't injured or hurt or nothing like that. No use of force. She's wishing that I would die.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
I'm like, how? But then it's just fascinating that we'll be treated that way.
Right. Yeah, I never treat an officer poorly unless they engage me poorly. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I get that.
In fact, I won't even talk to you guys. I'll just do my business
Mm-hmm.
and remain silent, you know, the entire time unless officer engages me. But
Yeah.
it's inevitable that you'll pretty much have a bound encounter just about every time I do this.
Really.
Yeah,
It's
it's unfortunate.
yeah. I prefer to obviously have good encounters all the time
Sure.
with every person, and that doesn't happen.
Right. No.
You know, when you're met with, and you're clearly not a threat. You're clearly not committing a crime. So I have no reason but to give you respect until you disrespect me. Right.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Completely.
So I try to, in my very young years of doing this and minimal experience doing this, I try really hard. I've had good mentors that have kind of taught me that. You know what I would stop him for?
What?
He's got no eye protection. He's got no windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had paperwork to do. I was
All right.
in the area. We had oh yeah, you were over there. So I'm gonna leave.
Tell your buddies, don't be alarmed by me. I might be in the area a little bit more now that I see you guys.
Yeah, as long as, like you said, and I'm sure you already know, as long as you're not, committing a crime or a violation of some sort, you're not, obstructing us, then we have zero concern with what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't commit
appreciate it.
crimes.
What's that?
I don't commit crimes.
I would
so.
imagine you don't, not on your own camera, right?
No, it's the best witness. I can't change anything it does. Well, I could, but I don't.
Right. The only problem that I've ever run into with like this kind of thing, just real quick, is when the person behind the camera starts to verbally or sometimes physically obstruct us, which happens. I'm good if you're standing here filming, making sure everything, because we go out and try to do our jobs every single night to the best of our ability. If there's something we miss, don't see, and that camera catches it, awesome. We'll take it to court, and that helps us. That helps the public.
Right.
So I have no concern. It's a great thing. I'm totally all for it. But it becomes a problem when people don't quite understand what we're doing and why we're doing it, and they feel they need to start to yell at us and scream at us, and now my attention's divided.
Right.
Instead of dealing with this person because the cameraman doesn't know that this guy's got warrants for whatever, and he's can't feel me trying to get him in handcuffs, and he's actively resisting. They don't know that. They can't see that. They can just see me with hands on a guy. But,
Yeah.
when they start yelling and screaming, and I'm like, I'm paying attention to something else that could cause this guy to hurt me or hurt one of my partners or hurt himself, then it becomes a problem and like an obstructing type thing. That's the only time I've ever had an issue with people, because they're not just there to film and document. They're there to they're now becoming a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? Would you agree?
Yeah, I don't do that sort of thing.
I wouldn't imagine you would. You seem very professional and respectful. Anyway, now I'm going to leave. See you later.
All right, man. We'll see you.
I'm just going to call you if I see you again. Just call you cameraman, all right?
Sounds good. So as we sat here with the officer, I don't know if you guys noticed, he's kind of out of the view now, but literally 3 officers cruised by here. I think that's kind of odd, I guess. I guess they're looking for their buddy that's out here talking to me. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna call this one. Every camera counts. I'm out. We'll go see what we can't get ourselves into here.